Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're here to talk about the Core Essentials EDC and gun belt. So stay tuned. Okay guys, full disclosure here, Core Essentials did reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to test out one of their belts, and I have been very fascinated with the idea of this type of belt, so of course I had to say yes. So when they sent it, it comes like this, right? What it is going to be is one really long belt. They do that because what you're going to do is use their guide to trim the belt to the size that you need. Now it has two different standards. One, if you're going to wear outside the waistband for a holster carry, then you're going to need to cut it 4 inches past your regular belt size. If you're carrying inside the waistband, 6. So that's what I did, is I cut it off at 6 because I'm mostly carrying inside the waistband. I hope that I have that in the correct order. But so what you're going to do is cut off that one end that I just showed you, and then you're going to insert it into here. After you have pulled this lever down right here, it's kind of locked in right now since I have the belt in, and then you're going to put those 2 screws and drive those in, and they do give you the tool and some extra screws to do that with. Very simple. You just need a good pair of scissors to get through the thickness of that belt, because as you will see here, that is, let me get this little contrast here, pretty thick. This is extremely rigid. I gotta tell you, this is the most rigid belt that I own right now. I will give you a run through so you can see the stitching here. It is just absolutely flawless the whole way. Right, and then your belt buckle. This right here is what is going to loosen the belt, and when you let go, that's what's going to do or activate the ratcheting system, which you see here. Now the advantage to this type of system is that with traditional belts that have the holes for the belt to go in, or for that little piece to go into, they're all equally distanced apart. And so the problem, especially if you're someone like me whose sizes changes fairly frequently, not by a whole lot, but it can change pretty regularly, those distances may be too much. You know, you may have to tighten your belt too much or not enough, and so you're never going to get that proper fit. But with this, the increments are so short or so close together that you could actually easily get that perfect fit, whether you're carrying a firearm or not. It does come with a belt keeper. This is Velcroed, so you don't have to put it on the belt as you're putting it on. You can wait till you're done. To make sure you get it in the right spot. This is, I mean, some really heavy-duty nylon, and just so you get an understanding of just listening, that when that ratcheting activates, so you get a very audible click so that you know you are in the correct sections, and then of course as you push this, that's what's going to disengage it so that you can pull it out. All right, now let me put this on. Oh, a couple other things real quick. This does come with a belt hanger, which is pretty awesome in my opinion, especially if you're going to get more than one of their belts, or if you're like me. For years I used to always hang up my belts, but you would just always hook that loop through the top of a belt or a hanger. But this one, you just insert, and it just hangs like that. Push this little lever, and it comes right off. So especially if you get different types of belts from them, or just different ones, you got a way to hang it up and keep it organized in your closet. It does come with a guide right here that will explain to you on how to size your belt, right, and how to put it together. So I'll just do like this in case you want to pause it, right? Oh, and the sizes are very clearly marked on the inside. I think that might be upside down, but let me get this to contrast it. It's very easy to know exactly what size that you're getting. All right, let me put this on. We'll show you how it looks, and we'll go from there. All right, so here we go with it on. So once you get the belt on, you've put your holster on, especially depending on what type that you have, and let's just say you need a little bit more adjustment. You can just pull like that, and bingo, you are secure and ready to go. Just absolutely incredible. Just a extremely comfortable belt. I'm definitely going to give it that. And when you're carrying outside the waistband, the advantage of having a belt that is this stiff is that you are taking a lot of the weight off of the firearm and putting it onto the belt so you don't notice it. Because with a more flexible belt, if you get it to like squeeze and flex or bend and sideways and stuff like that, you'll really start to notice the weight of the firearm, and it makes it a lot less comfortable to wear, especially for extended periods. But with this being able to hold 10 pounds, I mean, you can pack just about everything on it. I mean, like, I do have a battle belt, and this could almost take the place of it. If some of the stuff weren't just Molly specific, you could literally just put, you know, a med kit on it, or your IFAK. You could have the gun, mag pouch on it. If you were a competition shooter, this would probably fit the bill extremely well, because you could load it up with mags and your gun and all that kind of stuff. Or you can just wear it as a regular belt every day. I mean, it is a nice enough, let's give a closer look from this perspective. Sorry, it's of this area, but I mean, it's a very nice looking, classy, stylish looking belt. Right, so even if you weren't carrying for some reason because you're on a special occasion or a special outing or something, you can still wear this type of belt and get a lot of use out of it. So it's not just for tactical use, right? It can be just for everyday and nicer events. So guys, I just have to tell you, this has been the best belt that I have ever owned. And I've got multiples, right? Because this is what I do. I test things out. And I absolutely love this one. Just those micro adjustments are key. I love that about it. And the rigidity is amazing. And it really will benefit you in a lot of ways. I guarantee it. Just one thing you will have to work out with, full disclosure, just because, you know, if I got to find things that I may like or not like, because it is so rigid, depending on what you're doing, you may have to unbutton your pants in order to adjust it or something like that, because it is so rigid it can just stretch it out. Or you may have to take the belt, unbuckle it all the way, and then you know, if you're going to the bathroom or something like that, because it is so rigid, it's and so stiff, it's going to stretch out, you know, as it's opening up. And so you may find that you just have to do something similar like that or something. I mean, to me, that's a very, very minor critique, but I don't think you can get around it with just this type of belt. And there's no way that would keep me from buying this type of belt, because it serves all of its other purposes so well, then it's going to do what I need it to do. Alright guys, hopefully this will help you in your purchasing decisions of a new either tactical gun EDC belt. They got a lot of other stuff on the website. You might want to check them out. I'll give you a quick gander at, as they say, their holiday checklist, right? So yeah, check them out. It's going to be worth it. I guarantee it. You'll love the belts. You'll love the adjustments. You'll love the comfort. Alright guys, in the meantime, be prepared and have fun. And I'm going to leave a link to the description for Core Essentials in the description.